Hello, welcome to this weather update. It is the 25th of August, 10 o'clock, and a brutal day across our area. Dealing with a little smoke, too, in the air. I think you noticed some of the haze. This is what the sunset looked like. And if we look at the satellite image here, if we actually move this up to the beginning part of it, you get to see the smoke there toward the end, but also as the sun rises, I have this a long loop here. So look at that. You can see all the smoke right here. So you can see that smoke that drifted over our area today. So we're definitely dealing with some of that, adding a little haze in the air and making it feel that much more miserable across the area. The good news is there was a bit of a sea breeze as the evening arrived. You can see again, there's that smoke on the Ventus sky. All this smoke is coming all the way from California. You can trace it all the way back. Look at all these fires still going in California. Huge fires all over California. Oh, and some in Oregon and Washington as well. So these fires are still going. Oh, and look at these fires. They're still going too. These are the ones by Red Lake in Canada. So we still have these fires still going, adding to the misery that we experienced today. Looking at the current temperatures around outside, we're around 80 in the urban jungle of the central Nassau, though my alley's 85, so the alley from hell is 85. Yow! South Shore, a little cooler, upper 70s, not much of a sea breeze. It's humid. Dew points are at least 70 or higher. We got air quality alerts in effect as well. If you look over here, and of course, LaGuardia holding in the heat even more. That's like my alley, 86, 79, 83 in Central Park. Let's look and see what it is in New Jersey. It's actually cooler in Jersey, 75, 76 at Lakehurst. So they're getting better radiational cooling because, again, it's less developed. They have the Pine Barrens, so at least they cool off at night. Whereas we have a tendency to hold in the heat here in the central part of Nassau. And with the westerly flow also, is also coming off New York City, which adds to the heat and adds to the misery. So we've got the heat advisory in effect. We also have an air quality alert in effect as well for tomorrow. This is for ozone, but I think we'll have a little smoke around too to again add to that as well. We know about the heat advisory already. The areas that don't have a heat advisory, South Shore, Suffolk, and East End, will avoid that heat advisory. Let's look at the radar here. I'll just show you. There's not really much going on in our area, but if you look off to the west, there are some scattered storms over south central PA and some over Chicago, but not really a whole lot going on. Let's take a look and see what the high temperatures were today across the area. And you can see it was a fairly miserable day. Let's get to these highs. Drum roll, please. There we go. Let me move it a little closer here so you get to see. 94 in Carl Place. 91 at Farmingdale. 91 at Islip. 91 at Shirley. 90 at West Hampton. You see what happens when there isn't much of a sea breeze. Got to be right along the water to get any kind of, right at the beach to get any kind of relief. 93 at LaGuardia. 90 at JFK. 90 at Central Park. Let's going into New Jersey now. Let's see what the highs were there. 93. Looks like 93 at Newark. No, that's Linden Airport. It's 90. Nope, that's Woodbridge. Where's Newark? 97 at Newark. Wow, that's hot. And let's see Tom's River. Not as bad. 92 at Lakehurst. Again, with the ground being moist and it being a wooded area, it helps. It really helps a little bit. A little bit. It's actually hotter in central Nassau than it was in Tom's River today. So we might actually make a run. I know New Jersey is the fastest warming state, but the fastest warming area might be central Nassau. So yeah, kind of a brutal day across the area today. Let's look and see what it was like in Farmingdale. We'll have to move this back over here. All right. To this. Let's see what it was like in Farmingdale. And you can still see it's 79 there. Pretty muggy. 79. So throughout the day, you can see temperatures were around 90 degrees. There was no sea breeze, and then this sea breeze did develop later on, but very weak and only really helped the South Shore. And it was, if you were on the South Shore, it definitely felt better versus the middle of the island for sure. It definitely did feel better. We can also look at Islip. as well. Show you what it was like at Islip, and you can see again temperatures in the 90s in the afternoon. You can see that north wind and then shift it over to the south. There's your sea breeze right there. But we didn't really get to feel any of that here in the middle of the island at all. It's pretty damn brutal. Let's go to the Wonder Map now. Look at a few more stations here. We'll look at Carl Place. Hopefully they fix those issues with the dew points. Hopefully. Let's see. Hopefully. I say hopefully. Well, we'll have to see what happens here. But we'll look at Carl Place. 80.8. Still 80. 80 at night is horrible. 92 was the high. You can see those. You can see the dew points were a little lower earlier on, but then the humidity increased throughout the day. Humidity was rising. No sea breeze. It looked like there was actually the wind did shift to the south after 6 o'clock, but barely a sea breeze here. It pretty much lost all of its momentum by the time it got here. I mean, if you're right on the South Shore in Harbor Green and Massapequa, I'm sure that it was a lot better. Let's see what it was like there. So you can see it's already cooler there, 77, so they probably didn't even hit 90. Oh, only 84. Wow. Lucky them. Only 84. Wow. So a lot better right there for them. On the South Shore, that's where you got to be. Probably even cooler right at the beach. Let's look at Gilgo. I'm sure it was a lot cooler at the beach. Let's see. 78 right there. Let's see what we got for a high. Drum roll, please. 85. So there you go. So only 80s for them. Though the dew points are pretty high. I mean it was humid, but at least it wasn't 90 degrees. We'll take that over 90 degrees any day. There's no way 90 is going to feel comfortable unless it's really, really, really dry. And if you go further east, the sea breeze was even better. If you go look at, let's go look at Blue Point. Oh yeah, let's look at Blue Point. It's right by a beautiful little park, actually. Let's see what they had today. 83, only 83. Wow, only, look at this. Well, we were suffering in the 90s. It was like 10 degrees cooler there. Man, as if the South Shore isn't spoiled enough. Let's go a little further north. You'll see the difference once we head to North Patchogue. Let's go to North Patchogue now. Because I'm sure he was 90 degrees. You go a little bit inland. The sea breeze probably doesn't make it up there. Let's see what he did, how it was in North Patchogue today. 93. There you go. So a lot. Once you went inland, got a lot hotter. So again, you got to be right on the South Shore. Otherwise, it's going to be hot. And there you go. And that's probably typical for most inland areas in the North Shore today. So there you go. So let's look at what we're gonna have to deal with now. All right, and I got to get to the Hurricane Center too because we have areas to watch. So we'll go look at the smoke loop here, the 0Z vertically integrated smoke, and see we're probably gonna be dealing with some of this smoke here. You can see it right there. Looks like it's going to the north. There's tomorrow, and so it looks like most of the smoke stays to the north. But, we'll see a little bit of haze around, I think. Especially given the air mass we're in, given the air mass we're in, we're going to see that quite a bit. So let's go to Tropical Tidbits and go to storm info here because we have some storms to watch here. Some tropical depressions that are out there. I don't know which ones. They have different numbers and invests. I don't really... we'll go to the Hurricane Center. We'll use that for models. You'll see you have two areas here. Broad trough, this area, and this area. And these two could become something, and this one also they're watching too. So we're in the peak now. We're starting to see the activity in the tropics really pick up. We're certainly not out of the woods yet. And if we look at these on the satellite image here, then you can kind of make them out. Here's this one. This one looks promising here. Yeah, that's a good one right here. So here's this one here. This one over here. And then this one. So these all look promising. This one looks the most promising. This one in the Gulf here. This could get a name really soon. And this one still looks kind of disorganized, but it could get a name as well fairly soon. We'll have to keep an eye on those. So we'll go to the models next, and you know the deal with the heat already. And if we look at the GFS here, you see there's the ridge that we're dealing with. And you can see, see the GFS is forming that, is developing that one there in that area there. I forgot what the name of the ocean is, but it's going to move it into the Gulf. So here comes the high. Here's that high. There's that front, that weak cold front. That backdoor front is just going to probably stall out to our southwest here. This is what we got to watch for now. Models are showing this thing impacting Louisiana. This could be very bad for New Orleans for next Sunday. So we're going to have to watch that quite closely. And then we may see some of the remnant rain from that Thursday into Friday. And we're supposed to have this high build down and bring us better weather, but the model seems to have backed off on that once again. And look at that. It's developing yet another one and another one there. So you see what's going on here. It's just, and again, we go, well, where's the jet stream? Where's the jet stream, Johnny? Well, the jet stream is still up in Canada, and there's very little bit of jet stream. And then as we go toward the end of the month in September, the jet stream is still a freaking mess. All right? And it's still up in Canada. So we still suffer, basically. So let's go take a closer look at what's going to be happening at our weather here, and we'll go first to the temperatures as we deal with the heat. And I'm going to look at the HRRR. We have the 0Z run of the HRRR in, and we will look at that as we look at our temperatures. Tonight we're going to be lucky to get down, well, especially here in the concrete jungle of central Nassau and the alley, probably much below 80. But if you're in a more, wooded area or on the South Shore, you'll probably be enjoying some low to mid 70s. Tomorrow, another brutal day, similar day again. There will be a sea breeze, but again, best results are on the South Shore. For the rest of us, we're dealing with 90s again. And then same thing, muggy night. And then Friday, it's another day. It seems like it's backing off on the heat a little bit for Friday. Maybe temperatures only upper 80s to around 90. This is the HRRR. This looks like an area of storms that it's trying to develop. So we're going to go to the humidity now, and we're going to look at that. All right, because you'll see we are dealing with the humidity again. Dew points in 70s. Here's tomorrow, dew points in the low 70s. And you'll notice this backdoor front trying to make it through. So let's go look at the precipitation, because it looks like it's really developing something for Friday. So Thursday, not a whole lot going on. But Friday, it's developing a whole lot of thunderstorm activity, and this could be the next day that we're going to have to watch for, and possibly some strong to severe thunderstorms with these fronts, with this front approaching. That looks pretty impressive, though it does seem to peter it out as it gets to Long Island. We know that hasn't happened a lot lately, so this we have to keep an eye on, and we'll have to look at the SPC. Let me look at the SPC right now, actually, and see what we got here for Friday. I don't know if they even go out that far. This is the day 2 convective outlook. Nothing for our area. Let's see. There's a day 3 convective outlook. No. But we'll have to see what happens with that, because that's something to certainly watch. So let's go to the GFS now, and we'll look at the GFS. And again, the GFS doesn't even show that activity. Actually, the GFS wants to develop some storms tomorrow night in Jersey. Interesting enough, on the Jersey Shore. So we're going to have to see. Maybe a slight chance, more chance of a thunderstorm. With this humidity, you can get those pop-up thunderstorms. But it's really not developing much. It's developing the precipitation a little later Friday night. You can see it there. Here Saturday again. And not a washout, but you'll see that with that stall front around, it's going to keep the chances of precipitation around. So let's go look at our temperatures on the GFS. And we'll look at the GFS. So here's tomorrow, Thursday, and you can see we are in the 90s. And then look at it. Actually has Friday being hotter. So we have a little bit of a disagreement again. HRRR seems to want to develop some showers and clouds earlier on. GFS says no, it's not going to happen until later. And with that, you see Friday a lot hotter, and I think we're going to have a deadly west wind on Friday. For Saturday, you can see relief. Front gets hung up. You can see that where that stall front is. There it is, right over Jersey. And then for Sunday, it goes right back to being hot again. So this front is looking weaker and weaker, this backdoor front. And then look at this. Monday, we're back in the heat again. 90s again. we would have to wait until this is the remnant of whatever that tropical system is. We're going to have to wait until we get further into September to maybe get some relief from this heat. And then you see some relief finally. But will we get relief from the humidity? So here we go again. Here's the dew points, and you will see here tomorrow again. It's having the dew points a little lower, but you're still going to feel that humidity. Friday, here comes the killer west wind without a sea breeze at all. You'll see there'll be somewhat of a sea breeze tomorrow, but Friday, no sea breeze. See this front? It doesn't even make it through. It keeps getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Now it's only going to get to Boston, and then we're right back into it again. Look at Sunday again, right back into it again. And then we have to wait until we can get another front through, perhaps the first weekend of September. Now, it just keeps pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. I freaking hate this weather. It's like never going to freaking end. Let's go look at the skies now. So, obviously, plenty of sun for tomorrow. It looks like plenty of sun for tomorrow again. And plenty of sun for Friday as well. Saturday, we'll see more of those clouds. Sunday, we may see some clouds around too. Monday, here we are. So, and, you'll have sunshine. It looks like Sunday will be the better day to be outside, but it's not going to be comfortable because, again, we look at the dew points. It's humid again. Dew points around 70. It just never ends. It just never freaking ends. So, you get the idea of what we're dealing with. Let's go to the NAM. I'll look at the NAM 12. The NAM 18Z NAM for skies and precipitation as well. This is really overdoes the clouds. But again, not really a whole lot of clouds even on the NAM for tomorrow. There's going to be some fog clouds. And then Friday, again, not really a whole lot of clouds. So there could be haze, again, due to the smoke. Let's go look at the precipitation here that it develops. So, tomorrow, not really, you can see it's developing a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms, possibly over New Jersey, from the heat of the day. Here we are Friday, same deal. And then there's the NAM, again, developing sort of this line. You could see this, trying to bring this backdoor front through, but it's just stalled out. Again, because where's the jet stream? We don't have a jet stream anymore, folks. We barely have a jet stream. It's on life support. So, let's now go to the Ventus sky. And look at the Ventus sky for tomorrow. And you see the same deal. Look at that heat inland again. Tomorrow is going to be very similar to today. And you can see there's a sea breeze developing in the afternoon. That'll bring some relief to the south shore. But if you're in the middle of the island, you might as well be in New Jersey because it's going to be very hot. Actually, no, I was looking at I thought I moved it to the next day. I did that last night, too. I do apologize. But you can see, again, each day looks the same, 90s. Maybe a little hotter tomorrow than today, especially for the middle of the island, but a better sea breeze on the south shore, it looks like, for tomorrow. Here's Friday. And you can see less wind for Friday. It looks like it's got very light winds over us again. And this is the HRRR. So, and if we look at the thunderstorm threat, Capes, not really that impressive on here. Oh, yeah, they are actually. Here's Friday's Capes earlier on. So that's why it's trying to develop that. What about tomorrow? Some scattered Cape. So it could be a chance of some thunderstorms, but like I said, nothing really that great. It's never ending. It is just never ending with this uncomfortable heat and humidity. And you want to get outside and you want to do the things you like to do. I mean, I've hardly gone on any hikes this summer, and I may have to force myself out in this heat and say, you know what? You just got to push yourself. And if you die, you die because you need to get to the pines for your own damn sanity. All right. Well, that's going to be it for this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.